The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5. Get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code SGPN. Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No, me, no the voice, no guys, me, really, Villain Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. Jackson Dart shocks the world tonight. Monday Night Football. I know this is an NBA show, but just saying, Jackson Dart shocks the world tonight. Monday Night Football. Man, the Hawks. They're good. Jalen Johnson. I mean, some people might be modest and say All-Star Jalen Johnson. I think the real people know this is all NBA Jalen Johnson right now. Like 40, double overtime, get the win. Same. Looks like Quinn Snyder has found his regular season magic with his Hawks team right now. Bunch of good stuff going on in the NBA. Shout out to JR in the chat. He be talking about the Hawks a lot. All right. Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, how you been? I feel like it's been a little minute. What's going on?
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, doing pretty well. Can't complain. Ended up sweeping the last show I was on, so let me quickly find the sound effect. Yeah, it felt good. I had the Jazz at home against the Kings. That worked out well. And then I ended up having the Sixers alt spread against the Nets. They got there. I mean, the Nets are horrible, but without Michael Porter Jr., they might be the worst team in the league. So either way, nice, easy win there for the Sixers and for me. So a nice sweep there. Been a while. Good to have you back. But either way, been, I'd say, traveling mostly. I was in Florida, went to Philly over the weekend, and now I'm headed to Vegas on Thursday. So yeah, a lot of traveling. So
You were in that Philly, that filthy, disgusting city of Philly when they lost. Amazing.
Well, I actually left. I'm trying to remember exactly. I left Saturday night, so I actually was in town when they lost, but I missed most of the. What was I going to say? No, I'd say that overall nobody really reacted much to it. I think I might have been showing up a little bit too close to the loss, where everybody was just too depressed to talk about it. So nobody was actually, ranting about it. But yeah, it wasn't a good showing for the Eagles.
At that point, they had given up. Yeah, you got there after the point they given up. All right. We got a lot of games to get through in the NBA today. A lot to talk about, stuff that happened over the weekend. We can mention some of it and a lot more. But first, I got to make sure that everybody knows this is the last week of our merch holiday sale. Your last chance to get any of the gear in the merch store for 25% off. And all you got to do is use that promo code HOLIDAY. That's 25% off using promo code HOLIDAY. Store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com to get to that merch store. All right. Let's see here. First game up on the docket. We want to talk about the aforementioned Atlanta Hawks that, hey, man, being objective, I understand what we said about the Hawks in the past. They've been very good this year. The Atlanta Hawks team is on the road going to play the Detroit Pistons. Pistons are laying 9.5. 233.5 is the total. The Atlanta Hawks are coming off of a back-to-back because they just played double overtime in that game against Philly where they got the win. Pistons figuring things out. Couple of losses. Got back in the win column last time out against Miami. Yep. Good game that was. Pistons laying 9.5, 233.5 is the total. Injury report. like I said, I can't give you anything for the Atlanta Hawks right now because they did just play. However, Jalen Duren did miss that game against Miami. He is probable to play here today. Karis LeVert is also probable. Duncan Robinson is questionable. Marcus Sasser is out. Scott, over to you. We got my Pistons going up against the Atlanta Hawks, who are very, very good. I will give them that, but they are coming off a double overtime.
Yeah, it's a really bad spot. I mean, we mentioned this last year, and I believe the teams off in overtime back-to-back were actually decent ATS last year, so it might have been overblown how bad the spot was. Pistons have been kind of in a weird spot recently. They've not been playing that well after the massive winning streak, but they were able to beat Miami. They also almost blew a 20-point lead in the final 5 minutes of the game, but they ended up holding on to win. But I mean, it really comes down to how much stock you put into the fatigue, because at first glance, a lot of points. You think Atlanta would keep this close and it'd be a relatively fun game. But double overtime with travel, bunch of guys played a bunch of minutes. Porzingis still battling an illness, which happens every week for him. I guess I'm on Detroit. I'm probably not going to bet this game because there's just too much uncertainty involving the actual four-man energy we're going to get from the Hawks. But it is a really bad spot. Detroit was killing Miami in a very good performance, and they kind of took the foot off the gas there. But I'll go for Detroit minus the 9.5. Will I bet this? No, I'm not going to. But the Pistons, I'm hoping, are a bit more focused towards the end of the game because they almost blew a 20-point lead in 5 minutes. So I am hoping that Detroit shows up with energy and focus for a full 48. Give me Detroit to win by 12. You?
All right, let me see. Just wanted to run this really quickly. It looks like since not too many times that we have teams playing double overtime on the second leg of a back-to-back since 2021. 4-9 straight up, 7-6 against the spread, ironically. Okay. That's interesting. Look, 7-3. I'm sorry, 7-6 to the total as well. But they're not winning the game outright. But they've actually been competitive, even though playing 2 overtime. So nice little nugget there. I think I'm gonna just continue to. I don't know, man. It's a lot of points. I do really like my Pistons, though.
For the record, if you do like Atlanta, I would wait because there is a chance 3 p.m. comes around, they sit half the team. So you might want to wait until they officially announce the lineups. I don't see this line plummeting in favor of Atlanta. So if you want to take Atlanta, wait it out. Make sure Jalen Johnson's playing. Make sure Alexander Walker's playing. Porzingis, you could argue, isn't that important, but he gives you front court depth. But if you want to take Atlanta, there's no rush. That would be my advice for you. Wait till you get the confirmation about their actual lineup.
Yeah, I agree. Give me the points. I think both of these two teams are really good. And it's not indicative of me not liking my Pistons at all, but it's just a lot of points. And even on the second leg back, it seems like teams have been competitive, actually. Maybe they don't get the win, but this is a 7-8 point game. Atlanta keeps this close. They just find a way. I'm sold into regular season Quinn Snyder again, Scott. Seems
do you believe in the, I'd say, stance that I've had for multiple years, which is they're better without Trae Young, or you don't believe in that?
Nah, I'm locked into the better without Trae Young thing too.
Okay, welcome aboard.
I could see Trae Young throw because the ball is moving.
Yeah, the ball movement's fantastic when he's off the court.
Sorry, the ball is moving, and Jalen Johnson and Nickeil Alexander Walker.
Yeah,
he's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's been really good.
So yeah, I'm with you. Hawks are better without Trae Young. Probably should get what you can for him, honestly.
Well, there's a reason why they haven't wanted to pay him the extension up to this point. That's all I'm going to say. I think he's gone after the year, so we'll see.
Can't go against numbers. 233.5 is total.
I wanted the over, but the back-to-back makes it a bit concerning. Yeah, I guess under, but I'm not going to be, once again, having much action on this game. I saw somebody asking about Duren rebounds. I mean, he did not play against Miami. I think he kills this team. I think Duren is an incredible rebounder. So I don't mind that. I'm fine with it. if you want to go for props there. But either way, once again, I'm kind of staying away from this game for the most part.
Let's see here. Last 5 games. We have the Detroit Pistons, who are giving up 100 and about 120 points per game, close to the same thing. They're actually exactly identical. These two teams are.
It would be over if anything, but I'm probably not going to bet anything. So that's where I'm at.
All right, sorry, fighting something. Yeah, give me over. All right, I like points. Even though Durant coming back is slightly concerning, I think they'll be fine. All right, next game on the docket. Ooh, let's see. Let's talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road, going to play the Indiana Pacers. Cavs laying 6.5 here. 233.5 is the total. Injury report in this one, and nothing for the Cleveland Cavaliers because they did play basketball yesterday. They took a L to the Celtics. No, what was it? No Derek White in that game. Pierce had 40, Scott? Think so? Yeah.
Yeah, 40, 42, sure something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Jesus Christ. And for the Indiana Pacers, Aaron Nesmith's out, Johnny Furpy's out, Quinn Jackson, Obi Toppin, Cam Jones. Yeah, all the regulars. With that, I mean, I've said it. I don't think I can trust the Cavs right now. Scott, 6-15 against the spread on the season?
Yeah, it's not good.
And it's not like that, like 3-7 in their last 10 games. They're 3-6 ATS on the road. They're 4-5 straight up.
I was going to say, forget about the actual spread numbers. They're only 12-9. But they were expected to win 55 and change this season. They're 12-9. I was pretty low on Cleveland during the win total episode that we had because I did not think they did anything to address any of their concerns from last year. And they lost Ty Jerome, who was really good for that team last year. I know he hasn't played a game yet for Memphis, but he was extremely impactful for that team. I thought he should have won 6th Man of the Year. But either way, point is Cleveland kind of just ran the whole band back together. Garland's barely played, but I'll ask you, Cleveland needs to make a trade, right? I mean, I don't really know what this team is. It's the same as last year, and that's not good enough. So I don't actually know what Cleveland is trying to do. I think Jared Allen and Mobley still don't look good together. I think Mobley should be the center of this team. I would trade Jared Allen. I'm not as high on Garland as other people are, but I'll ask you on Cleveland in general. Forget about the actual game against Indiana for a second. Panic level 1 to 10. What's your panic level on Cleveland?
I think it's maybe at like a 6.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm super concerned, but it's high enough where I just know I'm not supposed to bet this team right now. Now, can they figure it out? Of course. They're in the NBA. Like, stuff like this happens. Teams look like shit before the All-Star break and then go on this crazy run after the All-Star break, and we're talking about, oh, this is one of the best teams in the East. Like, I can admit that this team can turn this around. But right now, they don't look good. Yeah. The games they win, they don't cover, or they lose them outright. And so I think that I understand that the market values Cleveland just a little bit too much for my liking right now, because clearly 6-5 ATS, 6-15, I'm sorry, ATS is abysmal. Abysmal. You should be ashamed of yourself. This 4-win team is 11-9 against the spread.
They try their asses off. They try.
6-15 is abysmal. You should be so ashamed of yourself. But this is also a really good Atlanta Hawks team, and they were just laying 6.5 points against them. And so it's clearly just an overvalue on the market. With that being said, If they get the win, they get the win. But I can't just assume they get the cover. It's a little bit of revenge here too for the Indiana Pacers, who lost the last game 120-109. Cleveland already got their, hey, we got this revenge moment against this team for what they did to us against the playoffs last time. Like, this Pacers team has been playing better because they got Ben Mathurin and Andrew Nembhard back in the lineup. Not having Neesmith really does suck, but like, hell, I don't care. I'm taking the Pacers plus the points. I cannot take this Cavs team right now.
Yeah, I honestly don't mind the angle, especially with Cleveland playing yesterday. There was a back-to-back. Yes, they lost the game, but they still played a bunch of minutes, and the game was close. They played in Cleveland. Reading off the minutes quickly, Mitchell played 39 minutes. Mobley played 39 minutes.
Because they were in a war with Boston.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they do have
and
some guys.
Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, Pritchard had a casual. I think it was 42. Yeah, he had 42 in that game. Jaylen Brown triple-double. So there you go. Point is, though, I think Indiana can actually hang in there. They've won 2 in a row. Yes, it was against the Bulls, who've fallen off a cliff, and against the Wizards, who stink. But at home, they've been okay. They've won 3 straight home games. I think they can hang in there. I don't mind Cleveland 1-10 in this game. Give yourself a bit more leeway, where if Cleveland does end up winning, they can win by 10. You still win. I don't mind Cleveland 1-10. I think Cleveland wins the game in general outright, but I do think the game will be closer than people expect. So give me Cleveland 1-10 in this game.
All right. Wow, chat's really going in on Cleveland right now.
Well, because I brought it up with the idea of trading Allen, and they're saying some people are arguing they should trade Mobley. Look, even if you think Mobley is Mr. 18-8, I think you have to keep Mobley. I think he should be the center on the team. You can argue that he's too skinny, but Jared Allen, truth is, with his lack of, I'll use the words offensive skill set is the term I'll use. I just question his fit with Mobley. I think Mobley, for a better term, is more versatile defensively. If I was going to trade one guy out of those two, I would trade Jared Allen. You?
No, I would keep Jared Allen and Mobley. I think you can make it work.
Okay. I personally, I don't think there's enough shooting there. Personally.
No, I think you're fine, and you'll be able to make it work. Mobley's just got to be very aggressive and get in his bag and stay aggressive. But I think you'll be perfectly fine. I love the rim protection of Jared Allen, and in a league where, I mean, if you play any type of defense at all, you can get a win. I think they'll be fine. So I think they can figure it out. I do, and I like Jared Allen's passing out of the post and getting it back out to those 3-point shooters. So yeah, nah, I'm good.
For the record, the main guy I would trade is Garland, but that's my last point.
Ooh.
You can't trust him to stay healthy. What's the point? He's had toe issues for like a year and a half. Like at some point, you got to pull the plug.
There goes the Garland. Yeah, I like that. 233.5 is total. I don't trust the Cavs to score points. Didn't this Cavs team? Wait, didn't they just have a total where it was like 100?
Well, the game yesterday against the Celtics was exactly 232.
232. They have been under, actually 6-3 on the road to the over, but under in 3 of their last 7 games, 9-12 on the season, 17-13 on the season for the Indiana Pacers. It was the Pacers. That's where I had it. Pacers played Toronto Raptors, and it was 97-95 recently.
Yeah, they also played the Bulls, and that game was a rock fight too.
It was. Yeah, give me under 233.5. It is the total. No way.
Yeah, I'm on the under as well. I think Indiana, I don't want to say that their health getting back to normal helped revitalize their defense, but it feels like their games are still mispriced towards overs, and we've seen it. They're playing some form of defense. Cleveland on a back-to-back. Mitchell and Mobley both played 39 minutes yesterday. A couple ways to get there. I'll go with the under.
Chat saying they should have traded Garland and kept Jerome. Well,
to be fair, Jerome hasn't played a game yet.
Hey, that's what I was saying, man. Like, Ty Jerome hasn't even touched the court this season. I don't even think I see him in a uniform this season.
No, I haven't seen him in a uniform either. I think Garland's better than Jerome.
I understand the thought, but also very tough that he has not.
Well, there's a whole separate conversation. Not going to spend too much time on Cleveland here, but their backcourt is extremely small defensively. Mm-hmm. When you have Garland and Mitchell together, that's not good enough. They need actual size defensively in their backcourt, and they don't have it.
We're brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. You know, you're getting the best prices on the market with Novig because there's a whole bunch of bets you can look and shop around. Somebody's always looking to take the other side and the juice side at that. So you can find bets for what would normally be -115 for -105, -104, stuff like that. So go check them out in Novig, available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend $5 when you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog. Do an Underdog lineup at the end of the show here. But hey, you can go over there, play Fantasy Pick'em, where you can win just a cool 5,000 times your entry over there, just picking higher or lower your favorite fantasy players' fantasy stats. So hey, head over there, tap into Underdog. Brand new customers can get our offer. Play just $5. Get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBASGPN. That is NBASGPN. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds. All right. Let's see here. Next game up, we've got the Milwaukee Bucks going on the road, to play the Washington Wizards. Bucks laying 9.5, 233.5 is the total. Injury report, and we have for the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis is probable. Taurean Prince is out. Alex Sarr is questionable. Corey Kisser is out, and Trey Johnson is out. I say because this Wizards team is 1-6 ATS and straight up at home this season, 5-13 on the season. It's a bunch of red on the Bucks side as well. 9-12 against spread this season. 3-7 in their last 10 games. I mean, do you trust Glenn and this Bucks team get it done by 9.5 points here? The Wizards do suck.
I'm a bit biased because I live bet the Bucks against the Nets while I was at Parks Casino because it was a close game after a quarter, and I said they're going to win this game by 30, and they were up 30. They took the foot off the gas. They won by 17. But they covered the live spread. So, yeah, Milwaukee and Doc Rivers are my good graces for now because they won my most recent bet on them. The issue that you have for Washington is the fact that they have no rim protection at all, and Sarr might not play. So if Giannis just goes downhill for the entire game, he can score 50. Now, he hasn't played many games over the last week or two because he's had some injuries, but I watched him against the Nets. Every time he was on the court, the Bucks killed the Nets because they just had a free run to the rim, and there was nothing you could do about it. The Wizards have no rim protection. They can't defend, and even the scoring for them can be very spotty. Now, we've had a couple of free CJ games where he had 46 in the NBA Cup, and Middleton's had a couple of good assist games. He can't score, but he's been passing well. I like Milwaukee in this game. I see a lot of people in the comment section mentioning that Giannis might have a 30-piece guaranteed. He might. It wouldn't shock me if he did. The only question is minute restriction. But Milwaukee has pieces that I think are, I'd say, good enough to blow out a team that gets blown out more often than not. I know they're at home. I get that. But the Wizards really can't protect the paint at all, and Sarr might not play. Giannis might have a shot at 40 if he plays 30-plus minutes. I'll go for Milwaukee -9.5.
Okay. I guess my only slight concern is that the Wizards have kind of been in games recently. But, is that enough to really make me want to back this team? No, not really. I think the Bucks could actually turn on some type of mode defensively and maybe go on a run where they get some stops, and that run is the difference. That little run where they go on some 15-2 run and now they're up 13. That could be the difference in the entire game. And the Wizards just can't get over that hump. They don't have the scoring to fight back, especially if Sarr doesn't play. They just don't have the scoring punch to be able to fight back if this Bucks team gets up early on them. So, yeah, Wizards are horrible, man.
They're really bad.
one of the worst defensive teams in the league. They can't score for nothing. It's not good basketball half the time when you're watching. It's just ugly. Like, yeah, give me this Bucks team. I really don't want to back Glenn Rivers on the road, but like nothing feels good about this Wizards team right now. 25th defensive efficiency in the last 5 games. Horrible.
Yeah, I am going to point out Free Sauce mentioning that Kevin Porter Jr. did come back in the last game or so. I'm not saying I'm a Kevin Porter Jr. fan. I'm not. But at least they have another ball handler. They were relying a ton on like Ryan Rollins. I know Anthony's kind of been out of the rotation recently. They have multiple guards they can use. So I do think that if you're asking Kevin Porter Jr. to stall while Giannis is on the bench, do I think Kevin Porter Jr. and Portis, for example, can play 5-10 minute stretches without totally getting their asses kicked? Sure. That's good enough for me. They're going to kill Washington whenever Giannis is on the court. The question is, when he's off the court, can Milwaukee do enough to hold serve? I'll say yes. So I'll go for Milwaukee in this game.
Yep, 230. Wow, what's up with this? For all 3 totals, 233.5 is the total yet again. It's not an angel number. Like, do I trust the Wizards to score?
I was going to say first game landed 253.
Do I trust the Wizards to score? I mean, Bucks team total over.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's the approach I would have. Give me Giannis points instead.
Yeah. Underdog. Remember that. That for Underdog. All right. Hey, Charlotte. How y'all doing? Charlotte Hornets. Hey, man. 2 wins in a row, Scott.
It was a very good day for my narratives over the weekend. A very good day for my narratives.
Oh, wait. What was the narratives?
They benched LaMelo Ball, and they went on like a 26-8 run. Toronto had won 9 in a row. They benched LaMelo, and they won the game.
Dude, how did they come back and win that?
They played good defense.
Yeah.
Some people, by the way, arguing that it was a minute restriction for LaMelo and didn't actually get benched. Listen, man, I understand that he might have had a back-to-back. He played 22 minutes. It was the lowest minute total he's had all season. He got benched. It's okay to admit it. It's fine. I know that there was a back-to-back there.
Did they answer that in the press conference?
Usually 25 is a cutoff for LaMelo this season. 22? No, they just said, we're leaving you on the bench. That's as far as I'm concerned. Maybe it was a mix of the two. 22 minutes is nothing. They pulled the plug. That's all I'm going to say. Now, do I think that that's going to impact this game? No. I think LaMelo will go back to playing normal minutes. I do think the back-to-back might have mattered going in for his, I'd say, maximum playing time for the game. Do I think he got benched? Yes. Do I think they were precautious of his minutes? Yes. I think both statements can be true, but he didn't play in any of the crunch time, and he didn't play any of the overtime. Like, stop.
So
he got benched.
That is 13 minutes of game time, 8 minutes left of the fourth quarter, and then a 5-minute overtime.
He got benched for 13 minutes of crunch time, and he played 22 total minutes. He got benched. You can admit it. It's fine. You don't have to, work ways around it. He got benched, and you know what? They won the game. So it clearly worked. So, yeah, it felt good for me. I've been roasting LaMelo for years. So, nice win for Charlotte.
Back-to-back wins against the Chicago Bulls and Toronto Raptors, 2 teams that we expect to be in the playoffs.
Well, the Bulls are a play-in. They'll get killed in the play-in, but they'll be a play-in team.
All right, true. Very, very right there. All right. They're going up against your Brooklyn Nets. Nets are catching 4.5 at home. 227.5 is the total injury report. And we have... Wait. There we go. All right, injury report. We have Trey Mann's questionable. Pat Connaughton is out. Grant Williams is out. Josh Green out. LaMelo Ball is not on the injury report, if anybody wants to know. And Michael Porter Jr. is probable.
That's the big news there, because the Nets without Michael Porter Jr. were just going to get killed every game they play. They can't score.
Noah Clowney is probable. Trey Mann is questionable. Man versus man today.
Yep.
And Cam Thomas is out. Yeah,
I mean,
no Cam Thomas and no Michael Porter Jr. is absolutely like a travesty.
I was blindly fading them. They can't score when those two guys are out. Now, Porter Jr. has been really good, and I've been very anti-Porter Jr. because he doesn't guard anybody, but he's been incredible this season.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't won many games, but they're clearly better when he plays. Cam Thomas, you can argue when he sits, the team actually looks okay. No, Porter Jr. being out, this team's the worst team in the league. Like, they can't score to save their lives. Porter Jr. being back, I actually think gives them a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to find like a trap line of the night kind of thing, which has been working out. I liked Orlando, for example, against Detroit in the last episode, and they won that game. Is this a trap line? Because I can't figure out why this line's only 4.5. I understand the Hornets aren't good either. They're clearly better than this team. 4.5 feels very, very short.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a trap line, or do you just think the odds makers are drunk?
I don't think it's short because I think Charlotte sucks. And so it seems about right on the money. Like, okay, we understand Charlotte is better than this Nets team. We want to respect that a little bit, give them a little bit over 2 possessions, but like Charlotte shouldn't be laying really honestly more than 2 possessions against anybody. This 4.5 is really like I think it's on the money. My question
I'm
is,
going to take Charlotte personally, but
my question is, what version of LaMelo shows up after getting benched? Because he could implode this team, or he could go on this run where he has a 30-point game tonight because he's just pissed. And
there's also a counterpoint though. The counterpoint is if he sucks, well, he's going to bench him again, so it's fine.
Yeah, we've seen him not be afraid to bench him.
So we've seen the team step up when he gets benched. So I actually am kind of encouraged by that.
Yeah.
I'll go Charlotte. I think the rim protection that Kalkbrenner can give Charlotte can actually be pretty effective, at least in this matchup. I'm not saying he'll get a double-double in this game, but I think it's a good matchup for Kalkbrenner. And Sexton's been incredible against the Nets. I think he's had like 15-plus points in 9 of the last 10 against the Nets. Sexton's been great, too, recently. I took him for the underdog entry over the weekend. I think Charlotte's depth is actually okay. The Nets, I just think, have no depth at all. And they're not very good to begin with. So it might be close, might be annoying. Maybe Charlotte 1-10. At least they've won some games lately, so I can feel decently about their performance. Beating Toronto is a good confidence booster. I'll go Charlotte -4.5.
First, I didn't do this earlier, but it made my decision all the easier. Despite the Hornets coming off of 2 straight wins. Yeah, man, I don't trust them in spots like this. This is spots they just beat the Raptors, they just beat the Bulls. They're feeling good about themselves. They benched LaMelo. This is where your narrative comes in. He doesn't bench LaMelo today. It was too much scrutiny throughout all this time of why LaMelo didn't play. Whatever meeting they had in the locker room, it didn't go well. He doesn't do it again. And because of that, Michael Porter Jr. comes in here with some 30-point type of game. And the Nets keep this one close. Probably even get the win outright on the road. I would not be shocked to see the Charlotte Hornets beat the Toronto Raptors and then lose outright to the Brooklyn Nets. Wouldn't be shocked. So you know what? I will take Brooklyn +4.5.
All right.
Boom.
For the record, I have the chance to go to this game, and I am not doing it, so I'll be in my room. I could go to this game. I'm sure tickets are dirt cheap, but no, I don't want to see this team play. So
hey, I like Hornets games.
Hornets games are fun if you enjoy like chaotic basketball.
I guess a better team. But
just saying, I'm sure the tickets are dirt cheap. I will not be going to this game. So
$15 get in price. Well, I can't confirm that. Somebody confirm that, but it's probably $15. All right, maybe 7. 227.5 is total. Give me over. Because LaMelo's going to play the entire game and Michael Porter Jr. is going to play the entire game. That's enough to get over 227.5.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That works. Over.
Feel pretty good about that. All right, let's see here. Before we get to the next game on the slate, gotta talk to the people about Rhythm. They're crushing it over there in college football, also in the NBA. They still got the NFL prop bets are still going over there in Rhythm. Make sure you lock in, tap in, see what they got going for you over there in Rhythm. Let's fire up the Rhythm Labs and see what we've got cooking for a Monday in the National Basketball Association and Rhythm. Who do you like today? Oh, well, looky here. Top play on the board. Sharp under for the Cavaliers at the Pacers. They say under 233.5 is total. They're expecting 231 points in this game. Sharp under detected. So there we go. 64% hit rate when this smart signal has been detected. So make sure you go check out Rhythm. They got a whole bunch of more bets like that too. So they got that. I'm looking over here. Oh, look at there. Oh, look, a little bit of a price on a nice little dog there. Might have to use that for my dog today. Hey, make sure you go over there and check out Rhythm. Hey, Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm sorry. No, use that promo code when you go to Rhythm, and that is SGPN25. Promo code SGPN25 when you download Rhythm for 25% off your first month. That is SGPN25 for 25% off your first month. Download and use that promo code. Go lock in with Rhythm. All right. Who is Chicago Bulls?
Remember when this team was good?
Hey man, look, so like I told you, they have to balance it out. And so we've reached it. They got too far above 500. They had to lose games and get back closer to 500. It's give and take, give and take. You gotta understand it. Chicago Bulls catching 9 in some shops. Let's call it 8.5. Catching 8.5 on the road, going to play the Orlando Magic. 240.5 is total. Magic have been looking really solid. 1-4 of their last 5 games. Injury report for these two teams, and we've got for the Chicago Bulls, Julian Phillips is questionable. Zach Collins is doubtful. Dalen Terry is doubtful. Jalen Smith is out. Isaac Okoro's out. Paulo Banchero is out. Doesn't matter. He kind of play. I mean, this is going to go to more narratives. Mo Wagner out. So there's a lot of people that I think are on Orlando today.
Vucevic revenge game? Question mark.
I mean, we've played this so many times.
I know he's been on.
It's just so. It's just, but and it's like we're gonna mention it, and we're gonna mention it every single time because, like, what do you mean Vucevic is not on the Orlando Magic anymore?
It's a fun revenge game for both sides because you got Wendell Carter Jr. on the other end.
Yeah, it is actually. Wow.
Were they traded for each other?
I forgot about the Wendell Carter Jr. being in Chicago thing.
Were they? They were traded for each other, right?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was the same trade. All right, where are we at? So Orlando's 5-5 against the spread at home this season. They are 7-3, but they have lost 3 times, and I think it was last year. It took them a long time to get 3 losses at home.
Yep.
Chicago Bulls are a astonishing 7-2 as an underdog this season. They're only 8-10-1 against the spread, Scott. I mean, this is clear. There's really no question here. I know I'm 100% backing the Bulls against 1, a good team, 2, backing the Bulls when they're 1 game below 500. Because now it's like, oh, let's get back to 500. And they do exactly what they need to do to get back to 500. So we've got this Bulls team figured out. They get up against the good teams, and then they kind of BS and play around with other teams. And sometimes they lose those games. Sometimes they win those games. But at the end of the day, this Bulls team knows what to do. They can't be too good. Then there's expectations. No, we just got to hover right around the middle. They're going to win this game outright. This might be my dog for the day. I'm convinced on this Bulls team. I understand how the Magic have been playing. I think the Bulls are literally going to turn the corner, and then they're going to start looking like the good Bulls team again. And we're like, oh, the Bulls are playing good again. This is what they do. This is literally what they do. They're not fooling me again.
Yeah, for the record, the Bulls did win the first meeting by 12 this season back in late October. So you could argue a revenge game for Orlando. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to go with Orlando in this game. Maybe it's because it also supports my narrative about Paolo being out, but I like how Orlando's played. They've been really good. Beat Detroit in their last game, which was impressive. Beat Philly by 41. 41 against Philly. That's just disgusting. Ended up benching everyone against the Celtics. They lost, but at home they've been good. Beat the Knicks by 12. Beat the Clippers by 28. Very good home team. They had a bit of a road trip there. Played well. I think they'll look sharp, but I might just wait until Chicago figures it out instead of trying to predict when they're going to figure it out, because this team's been kind of a mess lately. Orlando's been good. I'll disagree. I'll take Orlando minus 8.5. But I understand your point. Chicago does have the tendency to hover around 500. But I'll wait and see how Chicago looks instead of backing them blindly, because they've been terrible lately. So I'm good. I'm rooting for you, but I'll go for Orlando minus 8.5.
The scoring opens up for Chicago. The ball moves. We get a good game here. 7-2 as a dog. Like, yeah. regardless of anything else you're telling me, if you're telling me a team is 7-2 ATS as a dog, 5-4 straight up, at this point is blindly backing them as an underdog. The market never catches up with them.
Yeah, I'll point out though, I did make a bet overnight on this game. I did gamble on a guy that we're not the biggest fans of on the show, but I like the spot. I have Carter double-double, which I took. Wendell Carter Jr.
Oh, you took that for this game?
I did, yeah.
Really?
He's been good against Chicago. So I took a shot there. You know my thoughts on Vucevic. Not the best rebounder in the world. I mean, there's a spot there, which I'm fine with.
It's a good chance. Why would Angel Reese? I mean, this isn't in Chicago, but like, why would Angel Reese not go to this game playing the Chicago Bulls? Like,
I'm hoping she taught Wendell Carter Jr. how to rebound the ball. That's what I'm hoping happens. But Carter Jr. had a big rebounding game against Detroit. He didn't score many points in that game. It's fine. Chicago is bad at rim protection because Vucevic is their center, and Carter Jr. has been fine recently. So 2-1, massive total for an Orlando game. So yeah, give me some pace, give me some rebounds, Carter Jr.
All right, I'm not mad at it.
No, I acknowledge I'm ready to be disappointed again because it's Wendell Carter we're talking about. But I like the spot, and I got plus 210. Pretty good price. I think he played like 33 minutes against Detroit over the weekend. So give me some playing time with the starting center.
Yeah. All right, I'm not mad at it. I'm not. And no Paulo, so like he's got room. He's got room to work. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Angel Reese really needs to teach him a thing or two, though. Like, you can't be too in your head. You can't be too. I'm positive she can teach you something about rebounding.
When you go up with two hands and grab the ball off the glass.
I understand you're in the NBA. You're like, I promise you, she can teach you something about rebounding.
You know, when you go up with two hands and you grab the ball off the glass. Yeah, that's called a rebound, and they had more of those than we did. Yeah, I'm hoping Wendell Carter Jr. gets the message. Shout out to Torian Prince.
Clippers are on the road going to play. Totals at 240.5 over, because I think the Bulls are in this game, and I'm telling you, it's going to be the offensive explosion. The Magic are just not going to be able to keep up.
Yeah,
it's gonna go up and down. They're gonna play in. It's gonna look. You're gonna be so mad because they're gonna start playing the. Yeah, he just said it.
I'm gonna agree with you.
They're gonna play some pace and they're gonna try to keep up with this Bulls team, because the Bulls are gonna get randomly hot from shooting three. Like I'm
gonna agree with you, but I think Orlando does a bunch of the heavy lifting. So we disagree on the actual script, but I'll go for the over.
But we'll still like the over. All right. Clippers on the road going to play the Miami Heat. Heat laying 6.5, 235.5 is the total. Injury report. Clippers are missing Bogdanovich, Derek Jones Jr., Bradley Beal. Heat have Amy Jaquez Jr.'s questionable.
You want to hear a funny joke, by the way?
Yeah.
The Clippers were laying 6.5 against the Grizzlies, and they lost outright. And the book said, you know what? We're going to let you lay 9.5 against the Magic.
They proceeded to lose that game outright.
They lost both those games outright. Shout out to Cooper Flagg with 35. But yeah, the Clippers were laying some points over the weekend, and they can't win a damn game. So that's the brief talk about it. It's a classic Miami lose outright spot. I'm aware of it historically.
Oh, dude, and just to point out, they have played the last 3 games as a favorite. Lay a 7.5 against Dallas, didn't cover, won by 4. Lay 10.5 against the Bucks, didn't cover, won by 3, of course. And then they laid 3.5 with Detroit on the second leg of a back-to-back, and they lost outright by 3. Like, this is dude.
It's a classic Miami outright loss spot, but I can't take the Clippers.
How do you take the Clippers?
I've been writing the Clippers off after the first week of the season. I was very early to just tell this team is cooked, and they are completely cooked. This team's awful.
Okay, so let me say this about the Clippers, and let me say this about the Heat for the Clippers. So, the Milwaukee Bucks, prior to playing your Brooklyn Nets, Scott, were abysmal against the spread.
Yes, they were.
3-10 in their last 10 games. One of those 3 wins was against your Brooklyn Nets. You want to know one of the other ATS wins?
Miami.
Oh, dude, that plus 10.5. All the other games that are not covering, but the Miami game just sticks out. Random cover in there. So, as bad as the Clippers have been, and they've been abysmal, this spot for Miami can just randomly here you go. Random. We win by 3.
They also got Hero back, and you have to wonder if that's going to take some time to readjust to life with Hero. So far, it's been up and down, as expected. I'm not the biggest Hero guy either, but
I'm going to feel disgusting. I'm going to feel disgusting saying either Clippers or Miami Heat, so I'm just trying to go ahead and, say one.
I can't believe that Ware's coming off the bench now. Guy was walking into 15 rebounds a game. How's he now blindly starting every game? I don't really get that at all, but whatever. It's fine. It's all about egos. I would have started with Hero on the bench. He hadn't played all year. I would have started him as 6th man and go from there. Then eventually you slowly reinsert him into the starting lineup. But I think Ware should be playing more minutes because Ware's been incredible for them this season.
Yeah. Clippers plus 6.5. I'm sorry. I'm going to just continue to go with the system, Miami Heat system, no matter who it is.
Yeah, I think if I was going to take the Clippers, I would just take either Harden triple-double at 20-1, 16-1, whatever it is, or Zubac rebounds. Zubac has destroyed this team on the glass for years. He's at 11.5. I believe he had 18 rebounds in the first meeting this season, and now Ware's not starting. Yeah, give me Zubac rebounds.
What is Norman Powell's points per option tonight?
It is the Norman Powell revenge game, so we'll see how he looks. 20.5. He had 28 last game against Detroit.
Oh, well, I mean, because, Norman Powell's dog.
For the record, this year in the only meeting, he had 21 points.
Yes. So Norman Powell, might have to add him in the underdog. Let's see. Ware came off the bench in that game, had 16. Interesting.
Yeah. Once again, Ware's been really good this season.
16. Yeah, 18 point. I mean, I'm sorry, 18 minutes had 16 points.
Yeah, he should be starting, but it is what it is.
All right. Yeah, that's the reason. And they also played that really close game already this season. Yeah, Clippers plus 6.5, but yuck. Ugh. And I'm pretty sure the Clippers were a favorite in that game too. And that was, because I bet that game. I bet Miami Heat on the money line that game.
Yeah.
Remember that. All right. 235.5 is total over.
I refuse to take unders in Miami Heat basketball games. So it's an over.
Actually,
what's the point? They're the fastest team in the league and they are great offensively. Over.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? Book's trying to catch up though. Where are we at? Oh, Houston's playing Orlando. I mean, I'm sorry. Houston's playing Utah in Utah again.
Yep. It was an ass kicking the first time. Let's run it back.
It was an ass kicking the first time. It wasn't even close. I was watching it in the sports book with the football games, and I was very, very disappointed in the Utah Jazz.
Shout out to Keontae George. What do you have? 0 points, 8 turnovers?
Oh, shit. 129-101 in the first meeting. They were laying 11.5. They covered. Now, here we go. We run it back. Houston's laying 12.5. Still in Utah. 232.5 is the total. Injury report. Whoa. There we go. Injury report. And we have nothing for either one because they played this game yesterday.
I mean, clear deja vu principles were taking Utah, right?
Dude, not only like deja vu, but literally the next day, same location, just running it back.
Yeah.
What? Oh, complete blind faith in Utah plus 12.5 here.
I'll agree with you. I think it's a pretty standard spot at home. We know Utah's better at home. Yes, they got their ass kicked by Houston. I mean, then again, the amount of FBI mentions for Keontae George yesterday, I'm hoping he plays better today. But it's tough to have a worse game than that as a starting guard. 0 points, 8 turnovers. So I'm hoping he plays better. Steven Adams killed this team, though. He had a double-double off the bench. That might happen again. I don't really know how they're going to rebound the ball. But you know what? I'll pick them to keep this game close. Houston also, good letdown spot for them. You just killed this team by about 30. You play again. Do I think you'll be able to keep your focus for the entirety of this game? I do not. This has backdoor cover written all over it. Give me Utah to be down a decent amount early. Backdoor cover, Houston by 10. That's kind of where I'm at. But back-to-back deja vu principles, I'll take Utah at home plus 12.5.
Sprinkle a little bit on Utah. Money line.
If I was going to take Utah money line and I was going to get crazy with it, it would be first half. It wouldn't be full.
Okay, game. Yeah, first half. Okay, all right. Good point, Scott.
We've seen a lot of really.
We've seen the first half. We've seen the second half. Okay, great point. First half Utah. Great point, Scott. Wow, multiple dog considerations on the show here today. 232.5 is total. Over. Utah's going to be able to score today. Laurie's going to have close to 30. Not exactly 30, but very close to 30.
I'm really torn here because Utah barely got to 100 last game. So you think they'll get better. Do I think Houston's got a shot at 130? I mean, I guess. I mean, Utah doesn't guard anybody.
They just scored 129. They'll score.
I guess I'm on the over.
Nothing changes about what Houston did. It's only Utah getting better.
Yeah, sure. Over.
All right. Dallas Mavericks on the road. Going to play the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets are laying 11.5 at home. 233.5 is total. There goes that number again. Injury report. We've got Jokic is probable. No Aaron Gordon. No Christian Braun. No Julian Strawther. Anthony Davis is probable. PJ Washington's questionable. Brandon Williams is questionable. Daniel Gafford is doubtful. Derek Lively's out.
I need your stats for a second for trends. Do you know what Denver is as a favorite? Because I imagine it's horrible ATS.
The Denver Nuggets are 11-6 as a favorite.
Okay.
Now, as a double-digit favorite, let's pull that.
I imagine it's not very good because they've lost outright to Sacramento and Chicago. They are probably not a good double-digit favorite team.
I feel like that is a trend too. I feel like there's been multiple times I backed them as a double-digit favorite and it hasn't gone through for me. Yes, as a favorite of 10 or more points, the Denver Nuggets are 2-4 ATS this season.
Sounds right.
However, as a favorite of 2.5 to 10, 8-2.
Yeah, that sounds right. They let bad teams hang around.
I mean, Anthony Davis is playing, so like you could, like he looks miserable.
Yeah, he looks terrible.
He looks miserable.
I would be too.
But it's Anthony Davis.
I mean, I feel bad for him because it's not his fault that he was a part of one of the worst trades in NBA history.
Yeah.
He didn't choose to be traded. Like, clearly, they just dangled him and it worked out. But I think Davis has not been very good this season because he's barely played. And because he's barely played, he's been rusty. But they have no other centers. I mean, what else do you have? Dwight Powell? Bring some Dwight Powell
they don't
minutes
have anything
tonight?
else. They don't have anything else. He's got to go. Like, and it's crazy because he's literally said, "Wow, I like that I could come here and play the 4." Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. No, sir. No, you're not coming here and playing the 4 because these guys are not here. So you got to go play the 5 again, sir.
Based on the lack of front court depth, the answer should be Denver. But I'm taking Dallas.
Yeah, I'm not falling for this trap again with Denver, man.
I didn't fall for it against San Antonio because San Antonio went outright over the weekend. But my argument was this team just doesn't actually do well as big favorites, and they lost outright. Like, I can't back Denver laying double digits. They have injuries to their forwards or guards. Brown's been out, which hasn't been ideal. I just don't like how they
No Aaron
out.
Gordon.
Yeah, no Gordon. It makes sense that they've been struggling because they're missing a couple of very important glue guys to this team. But they let bad teams hang around all the time. I think Dallas isn't good, but they can be feisty occasionally. That's good enough for me. Give me Denver to win, but not cover.
I'm with you. I agree. 2-4. 2-4 against spread, laying 10+ points. And I bid on the wrong side of a bunch of those games. So, like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm with you. Dallas plus 11.5. Yuck. But feels like the right side here. 233.5 is total.
I think.
I mean, if Dallas does this because they magically, like, everything just falls right for them. Cooper Flag has a game. Anthony Davis wakes up. PJ Washington gives them very good minutes.
So you're on the over.
Yeah, give me over.
I mean, Denver's games have been so high scoring.
6-3 to the over for Denver at home.
242 against the Suns, 275 against San Antonio, 240 against Memphis, 251 against Sacramento. I guess I'm on the over. This team defensively without Gordon's been terrible. I got to go with the over.
All right. Last game up. Phoenix is good. They're going to play the Los Angeles Lakers. Really lost back-to-back games here. Lakers have won how many straight games at this point?
I'm trying to think if they lost one in between, but they've been on a very good run lately.
They have won 8 of the last 10 games.
Yeah. They've won 7 in a row.
6 of the last 4 for the Phoenix Suns, including those last 2 games that they just lost. 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games for the Phoenix Suns. 2 very, very good teams. ATS 14-7 for the Suns and 12-7 for the Lakers.
For the record, by the way, Lakers 7-game win streak. Pelicans, Bucks, Jazz twice, Clippers, Mavericks, Pelicans. They haven't played anybody. For the record, but wins are wins. They look good, but they've played bottom feeder after bottom feeder for the last 3 weeks.
And meanwhile, Phoenix Suns. I mean, Dylan Brooks is playing great.
Yep.
Very consistent scoring.
Is there a tech prop I can get? He's going to guard LeBron.
Yeah.
And Luka. Can I get a tech prop somewhere on Dylan Brooks?
Yeah, Dylan Brooks is 100% getting a tech today. They did not get the win against Denver. However, they played really well against OKC. They handled business against Sacramento. Wasn't really in the game against Houston. I think, the level of competition is slightly up higher for the Phoenix Suns and what they've been able to do. I think for the Lakers here, and what I'm concerned about is strictly what you've been saying, is just the level of confidence that they've had beating a lot of these bottom feeder teams, and they're going to get a scrappy Suns team that's not going to go away. Like, it's kind of bad blood on both sides. Talk about the Dylan Brooks thing. And I mean, at the end of the day, regardless of what anybody wants to say about Dylan Brooks, he's been balling this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's very consistent shooting the basketball. He's been aggressive getting to the rim, trying to get to the foul line, and just trying and realizing, hey, man, this Suns team needs scorers. Like, they need somebody to go put the ball in the basket. And I am an NBA player. And he's going and showing it, like 20 points per game. at this point in the season to still be averaging 21 points per game. It's really, really solid work, Dylan Brooks. Like, really solid work. I think that it's going to be very interesting on the Mark Williams side of things, too, because DeAndre Ayton did go down. What was it with the knee? And so, what was the update? Is he good to go in this one? I didn't say his name. Did I read the injury report off in this one? Where are we at?
Well, right. LeBron's a questionable and Ayton's a questionable.
Yeah. LeBron's questionable, Ayton's questionable. They played yesterday. Ryan Dunn is probable. Isaiah Livers is out. Jalen Green's out. So yeah, I mean, we'll see like what Ayton's gonna be able to do. But Ayton, he says he was good after the game. Wasn't anything crazy. He suffered a little bit of a knee injury in the fourth quarter of the game, but it looks like he's gonna be fine. Maybe a questionable tag and ends up still playing.
He said he felt really bad right when it happened, but apparently he cooled down and he feels fine. So
all right. Oh,
I do not think he plays tonight, for the record, but he might.
Yeah, I don't know why you would play him, but if you don't play him, like Mark Williams is also going to go crazy. I just think the matchup. I think the Suns actually match up pretty well.
Well, it's a revenge game for Ayton. That's why he would play, but I don't know if he's going to or not. So I think, based on what I heard and how he described the injury, I think he sits. But we'll see what happens.
Give me the Suns plus points. They're really good this season.
Yeah, I said before, I've been trying to find a trap line of the night. It's kind of my new thing I'm going for this season. I decided to not pick the Nets against the Hornets.
Okay.
This is my trap line of the night. The Lakers have won 7 in a row. They've been blowing everybody out. Reeves looks great. Luka looks great. LeBron did not play yesterday. So they, in theory, spaced it out properly to let him play tonight because they didn't play him yesterday. Why is this only 4.5? I mean, this looks like the Lakers are going to win at home again because they've won 7 in a row and they have so much offensive firepower that they should win this game comfortably. Trap lines have been working for me on the show. I've had a bit of a run at Orlando over the weekend against Detroit. This line looks very, very sketchy. This is, not to mention the fact, as JT's pointing out, Luka kills the Suns every time. Not as much as the Clippers, but the Suns are up there too. This is my trap line of the night. Give me Phoenix. I think 4.5 sounds like they are daring you to take the Lakers. And you know the public will be diving in to take the Lakers. I'll be contrarian. Give me the Suns money line.
Yeah, I think Bo's going to have a game.
This is my contrarian play of the day.
I think seeing DeAndre Ayton on the other side of the Lakers, like anything associated with Lakers is just going to light a fire. So I think Book's going to have a game too. He's going to be very aggressive today. Yeah, I like the Suns. I think they win the game outright. To be honest, like this Suns team has been really solid.
Also, Lakers older roster. They're on a back-to-back. We'll see how they look.
Yeah, 234.5 is total. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. By the way, Lakers 2-2 back-to-backs this season. Nothing really big there.
Do you have the totals for their back-to-backs?
Total looks like 3-1, but they're an over team. I mean, yeah. Lakers 13-6 to over this season. I'm concerned about playing the Lakers over because if you feel like this is a trap game, it could just be the Phoenix Suns play some crazy style defense. They play a way slower pace than the Lakers, so they could slow this game all the way down, get them uncomfortable, play some solid defense in the half court. And I don't think they've been horrible defensively at all. Actually, I think they've really started to really started to figure it out here with this team. So, yeah, give me under. I will take a contrarian under here. Lakers don't go under often, but this is one of the games.
Yeah, I'll go under with you. I think it's correlated. Yes, the Suns had a couple of high-scoring games lately, but Denver's an over team too because they haven't guarded anybody. I think the Suns make this game physical. I think it's going to be closer than people think. I'll go on the under as well.
Yeah, and Phoenix is just a petty team. And they've got like Luka versus Book. You got freaking Luka versus Ayton. You got Brooks versus everybody.
Yep.
Like, come on now. All right.
I like this Phoenix team.
Yeah.
They're going to be a playing team at best, but you know what? They're actually entertaining to watch. And that's good enough for me.
All right. Lock, dog, underdog. Lock. Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's you.
Oh, yeah, you want me to go first? Sorry, I forgot we changed the order around here. For the lock, I'm going back to Zubac rebounds at 11.5. I have to. He's been so good against the Heat. We think the game's going to be close. You think they might win the game? I mean, we both think it's a classic Miami spot.
Yep.
The last 3 games against the Heat, the one meeting this season, he had 18 rebounds. Last year, 14 rebounds, 20 rebounds. Yeah, Zubac just cleans up the glass every time they play. Good enough for me. Give me Zubac over his rebounds, 11.5 at -122 as my lock. For my dog, I might bring back the 1-10. I was kind of feeling it today, just picking a team to win but not really cover. The question is, which team do I pick? Because there were a couple of games that kind of caught my eye. Miami, I thought about being close, but I think I'll pass on that. Do I dare think Dallas actually keeps the game close? Because I didn't mind Denver 1-10 in that game. Cleveland? Do I think Indiana hangs in there against Cleveland? I kind of like it, to be honest. Let me actually look at what Dallas is, because I think Dallas has played better lately, and the Nuggets just mess around the entire time. Can I actually find a win margin, though? I think it was in the popular tab back on FanDuel. Let me just see if I can find it. Sorry.
You good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it quickly.
No, keep going. Keep going. You're straight.
Yeah, margin, Denver 1-10 is +190. Denver wins. They let a bad team hang around like they always do. Give me Dallas to not get buried. Denver 1-10 +190.
All right. For my lock, well, first let me, because a lot of things did change since the start of the show. So there we go. All right. So we have Kobe White was downgraded to probable and then downgraded to doubtful. He's not expected to play here today with an illness. We've got Michael Porter Jr. is officially available. Noah Clowney is officially available. Terrence Mann is ruled out with the rib injury. Gary Trent Jr. has been downgraded to questionable with the thumb injury. And Alex Sarr is officially out.
Okay.
Not feeling as good about Chicago as I was. Really did want Kobe in the game. I think that they still are gonna be good. There's a lot of different things that I can do here. Lock. Dude, the Kobe White injury news, like really. I was locked in on Chicago plus the points.
For the record, I see people in the comment section talking about Giddey triple-double tonight because of course, White being out. Fun fact, Giddey has not had 10 assists in a game against Orlando since his first ever game against Orlando. 2022. He's had less than 10 assists in each of the last 7 games against the Magic.
Yeah, but also Kobe didn't play like the beginning of the season. That's when Chicago was good. And Chicago, but that's also when Chicago was good, like when he wasn't playing. Like they would figure it out. And you know what? This is just the right spot. This feels like the spot for me. So I'm taking Chicago plus 8.5. I'm convinced myself that Chicago is going to get up for one of the better teams in the East and really, really fight to get themselves back to 500 in this game. So I've locked in on Chicago turning the corner tonight. I've lost a lot of money fading them in this exact spot. And so now I'm playing the opposite. Chicago plus 8.5. That's my lock. Whew. Ugly. Dog. Suns plus 165. Money line. Not even gonna question it. Feel good about this Suns team. Scott thinks it's a trap line. I think it's a trap line. I think they are going to go out there, play a little bit tougher style of defense. It's going to rock the Lakers a little bit. And it's a lot of narratives. I think Booker can have a good day. Dylan Brooks has been playing amazing. I like to see this game. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be entertaining. Nice little nightcap game there. Give me the Suns on the money line tonight. That's my dog. And let's lock in Scott. Underdog.
We said Giannis points.
For sure.
Do you want to use Zubac rebounds too, or you don't want to double down?
No, we can do Zubac rebounds.
Cool.
And
we'll
then
do that too.
Powell?
It was either going to be Powell or Sexton again. I keep taking Sexton points. It keeps winning. And he's been very good against the Nets.
Let's do both.
Sure, that's fine. We'll swing for it.
I'm feeling it today.
Yeah, that works.
Giannis, higher 30.5 points. Let's see here. Norman Powell, higher 20.5 points. Perfect. He had 21 last time. Literally perfect. And then we've got Colin Sexton, higher 13.5 points. That's incredibly low. Yeah, we had to throw that in there. And then where do we? Oh, Zubac. I didn't get him out that game.
Yeah.
Rebounds, 12.5. Higher. We got 4. Lil Zubac higher, 12.5 rebounds. Norman Powell higher, 20.5 points. Colin Sexton higher, 13.5 points. And Giannis Antetokounmpo higher, 30.5 points. 10.74x payout, Scott.
Okay.
$100 gets you $1,000 with this underdog lineup. Oh, Scott. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Scott, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
Not really. Once again, a lot of games. Good show. She'll be back again tomorrow. I believe my schedule should be normal. This week I'm traveling on Thursday night, so I'll be available on Thursday. The Friday show might get interesting because I'll be 3 hours behind, and I really don't want to record a show at like 8 in the morning, but I might not have a choice. So, yeah, once again, we'll be back again tomorrow. I think it's you and Lonte tomorrow.
All right. There you go. He's at Reichel Radio. I'm at @reallyreal__. Make sure you give us a follow at SGPN NBA on X, NBA Gambling Podcast on YouTube. If you have not, give us a 5-star rating review wherever you get your podcast. And with that, that's it. I have nothing else to say, nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast, just end it like this.